The Forgotten Genocide, why the world stays silent as Congo bleeds. While the world's cameras remain fixated on the wars in Ukraine and Gaza, a silent genocide continues to unfold in the heart of Africa, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Entire villages are being wiped out, millions displaced, and bodies left in the mud of forgotten towns. It is one of the deadliest humanitarian crises of the 21st century, yet the Western media barely whispers about it. In 2025, Congo has become a graveyard of human conscience, a nation soaked in blood, but invisible to the headlines. A war that never ended. The conflict tearing through eastern Congo today did not begin this year. It is the result of decades of chaos, foreign interference, and the insatiable greed for the country's vast mineral wealth, cobalt, coltan, gold, and diamonds, resources that power Western smartphones, electric cars, and military technology. The rebel group M23, backed by regional powers and driven by ethnic and political motives, has unleashed a new wave of terror. In early 2025, they launched a massive offensive in North Kivu and Ituri provinces, displacing over 1 million people in a matter of months. The Congolese army, underfunded and fractured, struggles to resist. Villages are burned, women and children massacred, and those who survive flee on foot through jungles and mud roads with nothing but their lives. Reports from Human Rights Watch, UNHCR, and Doctors Without Borders confirm horrifying acts. Mass executions, systematic rape, and the use of starvation as a weapon of war. The scale of suffering is staggering, yet the world barely blinks. The mineral curse. Congo sits atop an estimated $24 trillion worth of natural resources, making it one of the richest countries on paper and one of the poorest in reality. Cobalt and coltan, essential components of lithium batteries, are extracted from its soil under brutal conditions, often by child laborers, often at gunpoint. The same minerals that fuel the West's green energy transition are mined in fields soaked with blood. Western tech giants and automotive corporations depend on these materials, yet turn a blind eye to the violence that keeps them flowing cheaply. It's not a war for religion or ideology. It's a war for control of resources, fought by armed groups, financed by smugglers, and ignored by those who benefit from the profits. Congo's pain has become the world's dirty secret. The human toll. As of October 2025, over 6.9 million Congolese are internally displaced, the highest number in Africa. Villages like Kishish, Bunagana, and Rutshuru have become symbols of horror, where survivors speak of children thrown into fires, families executed for refusing to hand over their land, and women brutalized in front of their children. Mass graves are uncovered weekly. Hospitals are overwhelmed, food is scarce, and disease spreads rapidly among the displaced. Aid convoys are frequently looted or blocked by armed groups. The United Nations calls it one of the worst humanitarian crises in modern history, but few in the West seem to notice. The silence of Western media. Why isn't this genocide front-page news? Why do millions of black lives lost in Central Africa fail to stir the same global outrage that other conflicts do? The answer is uncomfortable but clear. The Western media ecosystem thrives on proximity, simplicity, and self-interest. Wars that involve Western powers, white victims, or clear ideological sides dominate coverage. Congo's tragedy, complex, distant, and without direct impact on Western politics, is deemed too complicated, too far, or too unprofitable to cover. There are no live broadcasts from Goma, no breaking news banners for the thousands killed each month, no hour-long CNN specials. The suffering of Congolese civilians is buried beneath celebrity gossip, political scandals, and the endless cycle of clickbait headlines. And when Western media does report, it sanitizes the truth. The word genocide is avoided, replaced by conflict, clashes, or tensions. Such language hides the scale of what's really happening, a systematic extermination of communities for control over resources. The West's complicity. The silence is not neutral. It protects the powerful. Western corporations profit from Congo's minerals. Western governments maintain alliances with regional actors like Rwanda and Uganda, countries accused of supporting armed groups inside Congo. To expose the truth would mean confronting uncomfortable realities, that the electric car in a European driveway or the smartphone in an American hand may contain cobalt mined by enslaved children under militia watch. By ignoring Congo, Western media shields its own societies from that moral reckoning. The price of forgetting. Every day of silence means more bodies in shallow graves. It means a generation growing up without schools, homes, or hope. It means millions condemned to starvation, displacement, and trauma. The international community's failure to act, or even acknowledge, the atrocities in Congo is not just indifference, it is complicity. Silence is violence when it allows genocides to continue. History will not judge only the killers. It will judge those who looked away. A call for humanity. The Congo crisis deserves more than pity. It demands attention, outrage, and action. Western governments must stop enabling the war economy through blind trade policies. The media must break its silence and tell the truth, that a genocide is happening right now in 2025 in the heart of Africa. The world once said, never again, after Rwanda. It said it after Srebrenica. Yet here we are again, the same blood, the same horror, the same silence. If humanity still means anything, then the world must finally speak up for Congo, before an entire people disappears while the cameras stay turned the other way.